Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Business TV show in association with the Urban Music Awards. And we're joined by the big man himself, the legend Soulja Boy, aka Big Draco in the building. Soulja, how you doing, my brother? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. What's poppin'?
I'm good, my brother. I'm good. Listen, I'm gonna go back to the very start. I started Invincible Global in the UK in 1999. And the first Urban Music Awards we launched was in 2003 in the UK.
Right.
And when we were about to expand to America in 2007, I remember we were the first award show in the UK to launch in America in New York and partner with MySpace at the time. And I remember asking a lady, this is how I found out about you. We signed a sponsorship deal with MySpace. And I asked a marketing manager called Rosaline. She was the marketing manager of MySpace. I said, who do you think is the one to watch? Who's popping in my, and she was the one who mentioned you. And we put you on the front cover of Invincible. So we were this is before Crank That got released in 2007. We were one of the companies that put you on the front cover of Invincible. That was our kind of wants to watch launch in the US, 2007. So for me, yeah, honestly, mate, so for me in 2022, it gives me pleasure to see how not just you're not clinging on, you're just extremely taking it to the next level. You know what I mean? And one thing I saw from back in the day was that, I don't know how you look at it. I don't look at Soulja Boy as just a rapper artist. I think Soulja Boy is a creative businessman. You're a businessman. You're an entrepreneur, mate. I don't know how do you look at it? Do you look at the same way as I'm looking at it?
Yeah, man. Music was a stepping stone to get started, but I definitely am a big CEO, man. I got the Soulja Boy game. I got the Soulja Boy soda. I just released some new shoes. I got the TV show out right now with Revolt TV. Shout out to Diddy. The Life of Draco. Y'all check that out. New episodes coming every Friday. Yeah, man, I always want to just create and have my own businesses outside of music.
And that's something that I admire. That's being someone who has launched a lot of businesses around the world. My whole thing is empowering people to launch more businesses. Now, let's go back to the genius of Soulja Boy. Let's be real. Let's be real. There's some of the things that you've done. I think in 20 years time, 30 years time, people will be studying that shit at universities. I'm being real with you, people, because sometimes while you're doing something, people's eyes don't want to believe what they say. If you think about it, the first person that created a car, Henry Ford, nobody cares, but they study him in university now. Your marketing, viral marketing in 2007 of Crank That. Tell us how you were thinking, and then let's then go from that and tell us about the fact that you put a number, your phone number, on an album. This is stuff that nobody was doing back in the day. What was going through your mind? Because you didn't go to university to study marketing. Nobody knew about viral. Nobody knew about how big YouTube was going to become. Nobody knew about any of this. What was going through your mind when you thought, you know what, I'm going to go down this road of using creativity?
Yeah, man. Well, I couldn't go the old fashioned route with getting my music out by, going to New York and trying to get signed to a label or, passing out CDs, in the streets. That was take forever. And then I couldn't get on TV or radio because I didn't have a record deal. So I had to attack the internet, and they had so many different websites. I started out on a platform called, it was like LimeWire, where you could download songs for free. And I renamed my song Crank That, whatever the top 10 songs on the Billboard at the time. So that was like 50 Cent, Britney Spears, and the Backstreet Boys and stuff like that. So it was getting millions of downloads on the song. And when I was opening the song up, it was Crank That Soulja Boy. So that's how I started to build my audience at first. And then MySpace came, YouTube came, and all my fans and audience, they followed me to those platforms. But I was just trying to think outside the box, because even if I got my song on the radio, they play your song on the radio one time or two times throughout the day. On TV, they play your music video one time, two times throughout the day. But on the internet, they could play your song millions of times whenever they want to. So that's what made me really want to attack the internet and get big on the internet. And I got a record deal with Interscope Records off of my MySpace page. I put my email on my MySpace page. They emailed me and they flew me out to Los Angeles and I signed a deal. And that's how I got my music out.
That's mad. That's mad. That's mad. Now, obviously, when you're starting the game, even now, when you start doing something that's different, there's going to be a lot of people that will not support it. There will be people that will be criticizing because you're not following the norm. Everything you've just explained, not everybody was doing it. People are doing it now in different ways, but everything you just explained, not everybody was doing it. How do you deal with people not seeing the vision and then finding out afterwards? What makes you stay within that? Because it's not easy. Let's be honest. There's a lot of people that are very talented. They should be multi-billionaires, but the problem is, every time they step out, you get attacked. Whether it's the media is attacking them, whether it's, other artists are attacking them, whether it's their fans changing corners. How do you stay focused with all of that noise to make sure you say, do you know what? I believe in myself. I'm going to make it regardless of whether people believe in me or not. How do you stay focused like that?
I have a vision, man, regardless of anybody's opinion or what other people think. I have a vision in my head that I believe in 100%. And I think that I can accomplish anything I put my mind to, So whether it's music, video games, TV, fashion, whatever it is, I'm going to figure it out. And it's like, when I was young, when I was a kid, I had dreams of me being on stage and being famous and being, 30,000 people screaming my name in the crowd. And I used to have dreams. These are things that you can't fake. So when I would wake up, I would say, man, you know what? One day I'm going to be famous. Then once I got famous, I just go off of intuition. So like, I know that I have a bigger purpose on this earth than just music. You know what I'm saying? It's like I came here like to just, in this timeline and this time that we in, I came to just enhance it and take it to the next level and just show people that it's different ways to do things. You know what I'm saying? You can get your music out or your business or your ideas. You could do things outside of the box. You don't have to do the normal activities that everybody engage in. Like you can do whatever you want to do. And that's basically what my brand stands for. You know what I'm saying? So when I come out with the Soulja Boy game and they laugh, and then a year later it's viral, everybody want it. That you got to stay down and stay true to yourself. As long as you stay true to yourself and you believe in it, you ain't everybody else gonna come later. You know what I'm saying? I always had that mindset of like, y'all might not get it right now, but everybody gonna be on it later. You know what I'm saying? And you always gonna have them people that support you right out the gate that's gonna say, man, you know what? I see his vision. I see what he's trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta know that. You gotta have it in your head before you start. And you're gonna be.
No, I completely agree with you. But there's something else. You've got a different some people have got that mentality where they have a vision and they're gonna reach their vision. But you also have, they call it in business, early adopter. An early adopter is someone that can see something and know it's going to be successful in 10 years' time, in 20 years' time. You've got that thing where you could see something. So for me, I don't know why Americans have not sorted it yet. For me, I call that marketing genius, right? So the reason why, the recently is gone viral, where everyone says, Soulja Boy, I was the first to do this, I was the first to do that. But the reality is that it's not a joke. When you look back, you were the first to do a lot of things. So have you looked into that? Because sometimes, you know what? Sometimes we're gifted at certain things, And then we just take it for granted because it's just like it's what we do, and everyone just makes. But have you looked into that and say, listen, you can imagine if Michael Jordan was gifted playing basketball, and then everyone's like, oh yeah, it's just something I do as a hobby. Have you looked into the fact that you do have a gift, like a genius-based gift, at picking certain things that literally shown time and time again to be extremely successful. And if you think about it, if someone really does the research, it's in everything. It's in artists that have hung around you, that you've picked to work with you, became successful. Whether you choose a social media platform, you did certain things, become successful. So have you thought about that? This is not just a fluke. This is like the consistency of it means that it's actually a special. You're blessed, man. God's given you a special gift there, man.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely started to realize it after YouTube. Once I first got on YouTube, and just how it changed my life and everything that I did off of the platform, and then later to see how big it is still to this day, that definitely that was my first eyesight of it. Like, wow, and then as I continue throughout my career, working with artists and building other brands, and I would have to say I gotta agree with you. You're right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Definitely. Honestly, if I was gonna pick up an investment, I would say, we got to work on something like a marketing agency, right? Like a global marketing agency, not just locally or nationally in the US. I'm in a global marketing agency where you're dealing with advertising budgets for brands, not just in the US, in Europe, in Africa, in Asia, because you got that experience. What you said at the start and what I said at the start also was it made sense. It was like I said, look, I've never looked at you just as an artist. I look to you as you're a businessman, you're a creative businessman. And you know what? At the end of the day, a businessman is someone that is diverse. You can do music, you can launch businesses, but one of your key skills can be a global marketing agency. And
that's a great idea, man. I like that idea, man.
But I'm telling you, I'll go toe to toe with you on that, and we can help you launch it. Yeah, we can do it together. We can do it together because I tell you what, is a time now, especially during. I don't know how you felt with the pandemic, especially during the pandemic. I looked at the pandemic as a blessing, right? I don't know how you looked at it, and I think you're probably going to say the same thing because during the pandemic, you actually went viral again. Right? Where everybody is looking at it, obviously it wasn't easy for everybody else, but you showed something that I think people need to look at. That even when the world is going through the toughest moments, right? You could find a window to get in there and still create entertainment, create excitement for everything else, but for your brand, still take your brand to the next level. How did you, when you got into the pandemic thing, how did you feel going into it? And when did you realize, all right, you know what? I need to start work. I need to get back in the game. I can't just sit down. Because a lot of people just stopped. But you didn't feel like you stopped. You felt like you were like, nah, man, I'm just going to keep on. I'm going harder. So how did you, what was your thing?
Well, man, I lost like over $1 million in just stuff that I had booked and tours and shows and stuff that got canceled because of the pandemic. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna work on some new music. I'm gonna start this new live TV show. I just started doing it. And once I started doing it, I started making more money than ever. You know what I'm saying? And I started doing virtual events and then NFTs and crypto and live streaming and video gaming. I took the console to the next level. So it's like I got a lot of work done. And once I was able to get back on the road, once the pandemic calmed down, that's when I got to see all my fans and all the shows were sold out. So all the work that I was putting in during the pandemic, once everything opened back up, all the concerts were sold out and everybody was, happy and stuff like that. So I just really looked at it like a time to just, take it to the next level, because I'm like, yo, if I can't go and be outside and see my fans, I can still engage with them through the internet. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did.
Definitely. Now, obviously, it's the Urban Music Awards, the 18th anniversary of the Urban Music Awards.
Yep.
And everything on the Urban Music Awards is nominated and voted for by the public. So from 18 years ago, when we launched, we were the first to create a non-academy based award show where it's not the judges that nominate, it's your actual fans that are nominating and voting. This year, we received a total of 2.7 million votes online, and you were nominated for Best Creative Eyes. Most people are going to find out, next week on Monday, on Valentine's Day, who's won. But we are proud to announce to you that you were voted Best Creative Artist at this year's 18th Annual Urban Music Awards, 2.7 million votes. How do you feel, mate?
Wait, I won, or I got voted? What?
Yeah, that means you won. That
I
means
won.
you
Oh, let's go! Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Now I feel good, man. Shout out to all my fans. Shout out to the Urban Music Awards. Shout out to everybody that voted. Nah, man, the internet is big. You know what I'm saying? The internet is huge. And I always had my platform based off the internet. You know what I'm saying? So I wish I was out there to see y'all though, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait.
It would have been crazy. And you know what's funny? Because obviously, you had a little running with Kanye this passing, and he's done well. But Kanye was also nominated for this category, so you actually beat him on this category to win this category, which is mentioned.
Let's go.
That shows a lot. That shows a lot. So congratulations, because honestly, like that's why I started by saying your tenacity, the fact that you've stayed the course successfully. It's unbelievable, and it shows. Look at your 2022. You're getting awards in the other side of of Europe for what you've done. That's incredible. Now let's talk about business projects. Let's talk about your game console. Now I remember you was on a show with I think it was DJ Academics and a few of the other people, and one of the girls on the show, I don't know what her name is, but one of the girls on the show made a comment, and they said, why do you have so many businesses? Which I thought was an inferiority complex, because you would never ask, Elon Musk, why you have so many businesses. Nobody would even think of asking Elon Musk, why do you have Tesla? Why do you have this? Why do you have that? Why did you launch PayPal, then move to this? Nobody would even think, they'll just look at it as norm. Why do you think we have a community that doesn't see the value in building wealth? We're into riches, we're into bragging, we've got a new chain, we've got a new cars. But when I'm talking about wealth, what you're doing, what people are not seeing, it's not just about chains and cars. You're trying to build, you're not trying, you're building wealth.
Right.
Why are you not? Why are people, if you're in that kind of, why do you think they can't see the power in that and motivate the power in that?
Man, I think because they probably haven't seen a person like me do it before. You know what I'm saying? And then the people like me that have done creative businesses, they're older than me. Two, the type of businesses that they're doing are not in tech. You know what I'm saying? You might have a rapper that released an alcohol or that's endorsed by a brand. But once you see a young Black rapper release a video game console, you got to think in the timeline of our history of us being born to this day, there's never been another video game console created other than Xbox, Nintendo, and PlayStation. So once you see a console exist outside of the norm, it's going to have different reactions. You know what I mean? So I just think that, that she was kind of like, she was just kind of startled. Like she didn't expect, she just, I don't know, I don't know what she was thinking, you know what I'm saying? but it's good when I go back to New York and I see these same people, and now they want the Soulja Gang console. Now they support it. So I just think like everything takes time. You know what I'm saying? When you see a new idea, a new concept, some people grasp toward and support it, and some people try to debunk it and figure out what's the negative in the situation.
Definitely. Now, you were recently on the Pharrell's podcast, and obviously Pharrell is someone that you look up to quite a lot. And it seemed like Pharrell sourced you out. Pharrell started by saying, "Look, Soulja, I, I I get you, man. I get, like, literally the way you know how to play the internet, the way you know how to play is genius. You know, and for someone like Pharrell, because Pharrell, you know, he's not someone that's always all out there. You know, he's always kind of like just doing his own thing. For him to clock that and say, "I'm watching you, man. I'm watching you," and the moves you're making, like that, you don't miss a mark. What did that make you feel, getting a peer like Pharrell, who's not normally someone that's into? You wouldn't think he'll be into that sort of stuff, but he says to you, "Listen, nah, Soulja, the things you do virally, mental." How did you feel when he told you that?
Man, I feel good, man. You know, Pharrell, you know, he's legendary. You know what I'm saying? Like, he been producing since before I got into the music industry. So, you know, that definitely meant a lot coming from him. You know, so I just try to be myself, man. You know, like, everything I do is just me being myself. And I feel like, long as you be yourself, that's gonna take you farther than trying to be something that you're not. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Let's talk about this new show with Revolt. So, talk to us. How did that show come about? Did he just call you and give you a show? Did you pitch the show? Did you have an idea? Was it your concept, or did they approach you with it?
The Life of Draco.
Yes.
Man, I'm so proud of this TV show, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody check it out. Download the Revolt TV app. Shout out to Diddy. Yeah, they came to me they just wanted to work with me. Revolt TV wanted to work with me. Shout out to their production team. Shout out to Diddy. Shout out to Ivy. And I just told them, like, you know, I had an idea of me just doing a TV show. Like, I really wanted to do a show. And, you know, we built ideas, and I was touring. I was doing a lot of touring around the time, Miami and New York, all over the place. And I was just like, you know what? Let's just film it on the road. Let's just get it going. You know what I'm saying? Life of Draco. And they liked the idea. We shot it, we put it out, and the response has been crazy. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all the people that checked it out. If you ain't watched it, go get it, man. The Life of Draco. You can binge watch the whole season, the whole series on the Revolt TV app. Download it, iPhone, Apple TV, Roku, man, all that.
Man. So let's talk about the future now. What's coming up next for you? What's your next plan? 2022, 2023. What's your plans?
Man, y'all just gotta stay tuned, man. I got a lot of tricks up my sleeve, but I just released the new sneaker line, man. Y'all go check it out.
I just saw that. I saw that. Tell us a little bit about that. I mean, that was that something that was been in the plan for ages, or you know, that just came, that literally just launched? How long have you been planning to launch your own sneaker line?
I always wanted to have my own shoe. I probably started, like, thinking about designs like maybe like a year ago. I really just started taking it seriously like recently. And because, you know, you got to go through different hoops and hurdles in the fashion world. But it's out. It's completely designed by me. I'm getting a lot of support on it right now.
So where can people get it from? Like, I mean, obviously, you got all the avenues.
Hop it online, man. Y'all go follow at Soulja Stars brand. The name of the sneaker is Soulja Stars. Make sure you give me your size and the address so we can send a pair out to you. And man, they fire. I'm gonna drop a new colorway soon, but we're just gonna stay focused on this first shoe for right now. And then we're definitely gonna drop a new colorway though. You know what I'm saying? New colorway coming.
Sick. I like that. Now, listen, obviously, you've won Best Creative Artist at this year's Urban Music Awards, 18th Annual Urban Music Awards. What has been your highlights for your career so far? When you look back from 2007 to 2022, look at the blessed moments. What would you say have been the highlights?
Man, platinum album, Grammy nomination. Man, Beyonce doing the dance was crazy. Guinness Book World Records, tours, you know, 500 million Well, I already get over 1 billion views on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you know, performing with Kanye, meeting Jay-Z, meeting Dr. Dre. It's been a lot of crazy stuff in my career. You know what I'm saying? Even from the verses with Bow Wow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I grew up listening to Lil Bow Wow, and then just for him to be on the stage doing the verses and going through our whole catalog, that was a real full circle moment. You know what I'm saying, for the culture and hip hop. That was crazy.
Now, Pharrell was saying to you, you need to write a book. Have you thought about that yet? Is that something that you've got on your cards? Is that so, I feel like that's something in the works that's going to come? And are you thinking of that seriously?
I definitely want to write a book. You know what I'm saying, but I feel like it's more to the story, and it's more I gotta live so I can write about.
Definitely.
But the book definitely gonna come. You know, I definitely. That's a great idea.
Definitely. My takeaway from this is we have to definitely launch a global marketing agency. I think
I
it's
like
time.
that. Hey, that's a very, very good idea.
I am serious. Like off interview, off real, but very serious. We should definitely launch a global marketing agency where it's not just the US, Europe, Africa, Asia, where all these brands, because you see where it is, yeah? All these big, but you were talking about Bape and all these big brands. You're like, why didn't they contact me? Let me tell you why. The people who are brand managers don't know about the culture. They don't know the audience they're targeting. They have no idea. Just because you go to university and study marketing doesn't give you a way of connecting with the audience. The person who knows is you, because you've done it time and time again. That's what it's the truth. So, but we don't clock it. So we need to be owners of the agency so that when a big brand like Nike comes, they say, we've got a budget for marketing. It's not just for endorsement. It's not just giving you a 1% to wear their stuff. It's like, this is the whole budget for marketing. I know you can do a 13 to 34 demographic. This is what I want you to do. Create a campaign. You look after where this money is being spent, because you're an agency. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, I'm with that.
What I'm telling you. Well, let's do it. I'm in. I'm completely in. Let's do it. So we'll exchange details. Obviously, you know, this is on the other side of what we're doing, but we'll exchange details and get this thing drawn up. You know, this international partnership is the way forward. You know, everything you're doing in the US can be done in Europe, can be done in Asia, can be done in Africa. Money is available internationally when you decide to kind of, you know, don't look at a small cocoon of just concerts and, you know, getting small checks from endorsement. When you're running the agency, you're the one getting the budget, you know, so, and in every territory. So I want to go in that with you. And we go in 50-50, run this agency that's a global agency. We have the infrastructure in place. We can, you know, we have, we run the Urban Music Awards is there. There's the National Film Awards. We also own the National Film and Television Awards. So we have all of that credibility that to add that into the agency. The world's your oyster. And obviously,
let's do it. That's a great idea, man.
Let's do it. If you're in, I'm in, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You gotta call me or email me or something. We gotta put this together, man.
So let me take your the interview part is done, right? That's finished. I'll just take your details.
Yeah, is that you messaging me? Just message me your number or email so I can message you back. Is that who messaged you?
I sent you a message on LinkedIn on Instagram.
Yeah, okay. So you said I'm in the Zoom meeting waiting for you?
Yeah, you got that, right?
Yeah, so just hit me on that same one and just put your number or email or something so I can hit you right now.
I'll put my number, email, and my own Instagram, my personal Instagram on there as well. And then hit me up on that. And then let's get it going. While everything happens on the right time. While the iron is still hot, let's get everything going. Let's get contracts signed up. Let's launch those agencies, announce that we're launching it, and then start pitching for those brands internationally. I'm telling you, this is going to be a multi-billion-pound business. If we do it that way, it's going to be extremely successful.
Yeah. I think so.
Definitely.
All right, man. Thank you, bro.
Brother. God bless. Take care, brother.
All right.
All right. Bye bye.